Hello everyone, welcome to Key to Blogging, and in this video I will show you how you can migrate your WordPress website from one hosting to other. So as you can see, this is a WordPress website and you can see it has some post already published in this website, and this website is hosted on Bluehost. Let me just click on my site here, and this is Word Lost Cell and this is hosted on Bluehost, and I want to migrate this website to Hostinger. So how we can do that? So for this we need to take a backup and create a separate WordPress install in the Hostinger and then import that backup file to that WordPress website. But before that, if your domain has already hosted in sites like GoDaddy, then you need to point that GoDaddy name server to the Hostinger. So before pointing or before changing name server, you need to take a backup of your WordPress website. So let's go to the WordPress dashboard. And as you can see, let me just click on plugins here, and to take backup you can use various plugins. Here I am using the WordPress backup by Block Vault, and you can also use some other plugins, but I recommend you to take your backup at least using 2 backup plugins. In case if one plugin failed, then you can take the backup from the another plugin. So let me just click on add new here, and I will search for backup, and here you will see a lot of plugins to take backup of your website. I have installed the Block Vault backup plugin, and I will also install the all-in-one WP migration. So let's click on install here. Now let's click on activate. Now let's click on the all-in-one WP migration here, and here you will see a option like this. So let's click on backup here, and as you can see there is no backup in the backup tab. So I will click on create backup. So it will prepare the website and create a backup of your WordPress website. So let's wait for this plugin to backup the entire website completely, and as you can see it is showing like 90% is completed, and it is doing its process to backup your website. And as you can see it has taken a backup of your whole website, and the size is around 157 KB. So let's click on download the backup. So it will download that backup file to your computer. So let's click on close here. Meanwhile the file is downloading, I will show you another method where you can take backup, and it is called Block Vault. So you need to install that Block Vault plugin. So let's click on here, and here you need to enter your email address and click on verify. After that it will create a account in Block Vault, and it will redirect to your Block Vault dashboard. So let me just show you how the Block Vault dashboard looks like. And as you can see, after entering the email address it will create a account like this, and here you can see the website link here, and it will show you the number of plugins theme used in this website, and it will take a automatic backup of your website. And you need to wait for some time to properly sync the backup file, and as you can see there is 9706 file is synced, and table is synced, and total size is 142 MB. And you can also manually take backup. So let's click on site here, and here you will see this option backup enable. So just click on here, and you can also click on the backup now button to take a manual backup. And you can also download that backup file, or you can also upload that backup file to Dropbox, so that you don't have to manually download that backup file and then again upload that backup file to your WordPress website. So this is a very handy features. So I will just download this backup file. So I will click on backup here, and I will just download that backup file, and I will select all the tables here, and let's click on continue. So it will take some time to download the backup, so let's wait for some times. After downloading the file I will back again. Okay, now it has created the download link for us to download the backup file to your local computer. So let's click on download link here, and it will start downloading the backup file. So I have taken a backup using the Block Vault plugin in this way, and I have also taken a backup from this plugin all-in-one WP migration. So this one is all-in-one WP migration and this one is backup vault. So I am taking backup using two plugins just to secure the data, because in case some plugin failed, then you can use the backup file from another plugin. So let's wait for the file to download to our computer. Okay, I have downloaded the backup file to my computer, and the download file was stopped due to some network error. That's why I have to re-download the backup file to my computer. So let's go to the dashboard and let's go to the WordPress dashboard. Now we have taken our backup. We need to point our name server from Bluehost to Hostinger. So for this I will go to my GoDaddy account. So where it is, this one, and I have now log into my GoDaddy account, and I will click on domain section here, and I will click on manage DNS. And if you are using Cloudflare, you can also do the same, but if you are using GoDaddy as your domain provider and using Cloudflare, then you can point the website using a record. But if you want to point this domain directly to the Hostinger, then you have to use the Nameserver method. So let's scroll down, and here it is. Earlier it was used the Bluehost Nameserver. So I will click on change here, and I will click on enter my own Nameserver, and I will just go to the Hostinger panel, and this is a fresh Hostinger account. So let me just click on setup here. Now let's click on start now button. Now let's keep this one, and I will click on build a website, and I will click on WordPress, and it is asking to create a WordPress account. So by default it has taken the administrative email address. So let me just add a password here. Okay, I have added a password here. Now let's click on continue. Now let's skip this. Now I will click on use an existing domain, because we are migrating our old website to this Hostinger. So I will click on use an existing domain. So let's click on here, and I will add the domain name. So let me just copy the domain name from here, and I will paste it here. Now let's click on continue, and let's delete the HTTPS here. Now let's click on continue. Now it will ask you to change the name server. So let's click on continue here, and the install CMS. Now let's click on finish setup. Okay, so it will take some time to initialize this setup. So let's wait. Okay, now it is adding the finishing touch. So let's wait some time. Okay, now it is asking you to connect the domain. So let's click on connect here. Now let's click on let's start, and here you will see the new name server in Hostinger. So earlier we have forwarded our name server to Bluehost. So let's copy the Hostinger name server from here, and I will change the Hostinger name server, and let's click the second name server, and I will change the second Hostinger name server. Now let's click on save changes, and it is saying name server is updating. So let's click on yes, I consent to update the name server. So let's click on continue. Okay, the request is in progress. So generally the name server change takes some time, like around 2 to 3 hours, and it can take maximum of 24 hours. So we need to wait for the name server to propagate successfully to the Hostinger. So let's go to the Hostinger here. Now let's click on continue. Now let's click on finish. Now we need to wait for some times. Before that, let's click on manage site here, and now we are entered to our hosting or dashboard. And let's click on dashboard here, and we have installed the WordPress in weightloss.com domain, but it will only work once the name server propagation is completed. So if let's click on edit website here. Okay, as you can see, it has redirect to a preview domain because the name server is not yet connected to our hosting or dashboard. So we need to wait for some hours before proceeding to the next step. Okay, I am back after 10 to 15 minutes to check if the name server is propagated from Bluehost to Hostinger or not. So for this, you can simply search for name server lookup in Google, and let's click on dnschecker.org. And here you need to enter your domain name here. So let's add the domain name, and let's click on show name server record. And as you can see, it is still showing the Bluehost one, and it is not changed to Hostinger. So let's change some DNS server like Cloudflare and click on show name server record. And as you can see, it has now pointed to Hostinger name server. Now let's check with another DNS server like OpenDNS, and let's click on show. And as you can see, it has also migrated to Hostinger name server, but this Google DNS is not changed the name server from Bluehost to Hostinger. So we need to wait more time for this to happen. So I will be back after some hours. Alright guys, I am back after 10 to 15 hours, and as you can see, the website is gone from our Bluehost dashboard. And let's go to the Hostinger ads panel, and let's check if the name server is properly connected to our Hostinger or not. So for this, I will click on manage button here, and I will click on dashboard here. And as you can see, the force HTTPS is enabled here, and here you will see this option SSL certificate is active. And let's click on security here, and it will show the install themes and install plugins. So let's click on dashboard, and let's click on edit website. So it will take us to the WordPress dashboard. Okay, now we are back to our WordPress dashboard. Let's open the website first. And as you can see, this is a fresh WordPress website. So we need to import our backup file to this website. So, and as you can see, the WordPress URL is setting to HTTP. So you can install your WordPress using the HTTPS. By default, if you install the WordPress using the setup wizard that we get in the beginning of setting up this hosting, then it is by default install the WordPress to HTTP. So if you want to install the WordPress in HTTPS, then you can delete this WordPress. So what I can do is just click on install another WordPress, but before that, let's click on website here, and I will delete this WordPress. So let me just remove this one, delete installation file, then delete database. So we can install the WordPress again with a fresh. So let's close this one. Okay, now the website is deleted from our hosting or dashboard. So we need to install the same WordPress website again with HTTPS. So I will click on select WordPress here, and I will select the website title, and I will add the administrative email address, administrative username and password. Now let's click on advanced button here, and here you need to switch from HTTP to HTTPS so that the WordPress will be installed with HTTPS. And you can create new database and set a database password here. Now let's click on next. Now let's click on install. Okay, the new WordPress is installed with HTTPS and the SSL certificate is active. So let's click on edit website here. Now let's go to the settings, and if the WordPress is installed with HTTPS or HTTP, so let's check it. And as you can see, the WordPress URL is now set to HTTPS. So let's close this one. Let's go to the plugins and let's delete all the plugins here. So let's open the website here. This is a plain fresh WordPress install. So I will delete all the plugins. So we need the all-in-one WP migration, and I will delete all other plugins. So let's delete this one. Now let's deactivate it fast. Now let's delete all the plugins from here. Now let's go to the post, delete this post. Let's go to the pages and delete all the pages. Now let's go to the settings and click on permalinks here. Click on post name and click on save changes. Now you can import that backup file to your WordPress website. So I will click on import here, and I will click on import from file. So let's click on here, and I will select that file. But I don't want to import the backup file using this plugin. Let's install the second plugin. So let's click on add new, and let's search for backup. And I will use the Block Vault plugin to install the backup file. So you can use the all-in-one WP migration, or you can use the Block Vault plugin. So let's click on activate here. Now you need to enter your email address that you have created the account. So let me just enter the email address, and I will click on submit. So it will redirect me to the Block Vault dashboard, and as you can see, it has taken a backup. So let's click on details here. Now let's click on auto restore. So click on auto restore here. Now it will ask you to select the backup version. So let me just select the backup version here. Now let's click on this one. Now let's click on continue. So it will start initializing the process. Okay, as you can see, the restore is now completed in Block Vault. So let's log into our WordPress website. Now let's click on login. Now as you can see, let's click on post here, and as you can see, all the blog posts are imported to our WordPress website, and we have successfully migrated our content using the Block Vault plugin. So let's click on plugin here. As you can see, all the plugins are there. Now let's click on visit website, and as you can see, the website is now live, and all the content are imported to our new hosting. So all you need to do is just go to the Block Vault plugin and register your email address that you have created before, and once created the Block Vault account and taken a backup, you can then migrate your website and create a fresh WordPress install in your new host, and then you need to come back to this dashboard. So here click on site here, and here you will see all the backups taken before. Now let's click on details here, and you need to click on auto restore button. Now it will validate the details, and you need to select the right backup file that has taken. So it will show the list of backups, and as you can see here, it has listed all the backup version. So you need to select the right backup file, and it will restore that backup file to your new hosting. So this is how you can migrate your website from one hosting to other hosting using the Block Vault plugin. And if you have any doubt regarding this, then you can ask me in the comment section, And if you want me to migrate your website from one hosting to other or from Blogger to WordPress, then you can hire me or you can directly message me on social media platforms. And if you found this video helpful, then make sure to hit the like button, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.